A new wave of voters have the potential to make a huge impact on this presidential election.
Caplin's Gracia Pacheco from our DC Bureau has more on how Gen Z and millennials make up nearly half of the eligible voting population.
Good morning. Choosing a president for the first time can be a very exciting milestone, but for this new generation of voters, what matters is to make their voices count. According to the polling firm Data for Progress, millennials and Gen Z make up nearly half of the eligible voting population this year.
So I'm planning to vote by mail. I'm currently based in DC, so I requested for a mail-in ballot, and then I just filled it out and then sent it back in.
Rachel Moya is a 21-year-old Florida resident who is ready to cast her first presidential vote. She explains to Caplin News what is her driving force to vote in this presidential election.
Number one would be stability. I mean, I feel like we grew up in a very unstable time as a whole. I mean, we had 9/11, we had the financial crisis in 2008, we've grown up with school shootings.
A recent survey by Data for Progress looked at 773 online likely voters aged 18 to 29. In a head-to-head comparison, Vice President Kamala Harris leads former President Donald Trump among these young voters, with 58% favoring Harris and 39% favoring Trump. Young voters view Harris as more intelligent, composed, and relatable, while Trump is perceived as more extreme.
Yeah, I just registered to vote in high school. My teacher, my government teacher encouraged us to register to vote, so I just went online on my county's Supervisor of Elections website and did it in like 5 minutes. I will be voting for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz via mail-in ballot.
Said Ian Perky, a 19-year-old college student and is a first-time voter in Florida.
I think that people from my generation tend to vote on the left. I'm definitely looking for a president that cares about our generation.
For many of these first-time voters, the tendencies vary depending on the household they grew up in.
Younger people, especially first-time voters, tend to vote according to what their parents vote, which definitely should not be the case. Do your research and find out what.
Young voters seems to be very enthusiastic about these upcoming elections, seeing voting as a tool for change. Until today, 55 million of Americans have already voted, including some first-timers who cannot be seen as a single uniform group. Reporting from Washington, D.C., I'm Gracia Pacheco.